So hello everyone, we are going to continue a series explaining about the topics that were explained in the video of CS50. So we are going to explain for lecture 3 from where we left off from the topic of structure, and we are going to continue from the topic of sorting. So basically there are two types of sorting, and those are bubble sort and merge sort. Not the bubble sort and merge sort, there are basically three types of sorting, that are selection sort, bubble sort and merge sort. So what happens in all these three types of sorting? Before discussing that, let us discuss what is sorting. Sorting is a way to say that we should arrange all the elements according to their values, either in ascending way or in the descending way. So yeah, in the selection sort, what we do is, like, we arrange all the shorter elements in the starting of the array. So meanwhile, so what we do is, first we iterate through the array, find the shortest term, and then remember it until we complete the end of the array, and then replace the shortest one, if any, present in the array, and then remember it. Like, first we start with the first element, we take a reference element, we see if that first element is smaller than that reference element. If it is, then we will remember that it is smaller, or we will replace the value of reference element with the first element. Otherwise we would continue for the next element. In the next element, same process is followed, where we see if the reference element, if the second element is smaller than the reference element. If yes, then remember that the reference element would be the second element, or the second element would be the smallest, and then this process continues till the end of the array. And then after finding the smallest element, we replace it with the first element. Then when we have replaced the first element with the shortest element, then we leave the first element, and after the first element till the last element, we again repeat the same process of finding the smallest element, like comparing with the reference element starting from the first element, and if yes, it is in the first element is smaller, then replacing it, or remembering it that it is the smallest, and continuing the process until the end. Then happens same for the from the second element to the last element, then from the third element to last element, and continues till n minus 2th element to the n minus 1th element. So yeah, that was the pseudo code or pseudo explanation of what happens in selection sort. Now what is bubble sort? Bubble sort is kind of way of putting all the largest elements at the end of the array by iterating over them, and it is almost like the opposite of what we have done in selection sort. We have selection sort in which we had put all the smallest elements in the beginning of the array, but in bubble sort we will put all the largest values of elements of array at the end of the array. So what we do in bubble sort is, we ask the adjacent element next to the element we are comparing if it is smaller or bigger than the element we are comparing with. If the element we are at is smaller than the element adjacent to it, then we would continue and move forward. If it is bigger, then we would replace their values, replace their positions. We would make the bigger element come to the place of adjacent element, and the adjacent element would come to the place of the element we were at. So we would exchange the position, and then once again the same process is followed for the element we are currently at and the next adjacent element. The element we are currently at is bigger than the element we want to compare, then we will replace the positions, and then again the same process followed till the n minus 1th element, or till the last element. So the same process is followed until the end of the array while we iterate through the array, and then this And once we have put the last element for the first time iterating through the array, when we have put the last element at the end of the array, then we would continue doing the iteration from the starting the array till element before the last of the array, before the last element of the array. We can indirectly say that we would iterate till n minus 2th element after iterating once in the array and putting the last element at the end. So this was is continued till n min till first and second element that are automatically arranged in ascending order. So yeah, that was how bubble sort works. So next we will explain how the merge sort will work, then recursion. For that merge sort we will explain recursion, and then the lecture 3 will be over. So yeah, that's it for the guys. Thank you guys. And also one thing to note that we would continue explaining two topics together from tomorrow if possible, and probably, but let's see what happens and how the time ticks and what might be there to do tomorrow. So yeah, that's it today. That's it today guys. Thank you guys.